Hello, we're going to be talking about a lot of warm weather across Central and Western Europe in the next couple of days. All of that warmth getting pulled up from the south, from northern Africa. Some meaty showers, though, potentially developing across the western side of the Med as the warmth arrives. Further north, we continue with frontal systems to the northwest, quite windy across parts of Northern Ireland, the far northwest of the UK and Scandinavia at times, with some heavy pulses of rain. For Tuesday, a lot of sunshine in the forecast for Greece, for Turkey and the Balkans, and for the lion's share of Italy. But any of these showers that break out to the south could prove quite large, heavy rainfall affairs. And certainly the same can be said for those across the south and east of Spain and the south of France. But take a look at these temperatures as we move further north. A good 5-6 degrees above average values for the time of year for the likes of Paris, London and Berlin. Cooler where we have the cloud and rain across Scandinavia. Strong southerly winds on Wednesday. Some of this rain pushing into the northeast of Spain, the south of France, could prove disruptive, a risk of some localised flooding, and those winds could be problematic as well. Showers feeding further north as we look towards Thursday's forecast, rain arriving into London. Clearer skies for Paris, sunshine, but the temperatures eventually tapering away by Sunday. Meanwhile, more sunshine in the outlook for Berlin and for Kiev. Athens also remaining fine. Hello, there's a lot going on in our North American weather picture at the moment. Across Canada, we have a lot of cold air, almost from coast to coast. For the US, we've got a big area of low pressure, which isn't going to move anywhere in a great hurry in the next couple of days. And then to the southeast, we're keeping a close eye on Tropical Cyclone Michael, which looks like it will become a hurricane as it pushes north through the Gulf of Mexico, heading towards the Florida Panhandle in the next couple of days. This weather system is definitely one to keep an eye on. I think some excessive rain is possible actually across parts of the Central Plains, the upper Mississippi Valley and through into the Midwest. Meanwhile, the cold air across Western Canada means there's a chance of some snow on the back edge of that weather system as that cold air digs its way down as far south as parts of Wyoming and Colorado for Monday and Tuesday. Still some of the warmth we'd more typically expect close to the west coast. Some sunshine for San Francisco and Los Angeles with temperatures in the low 70s Fahrenheit, about 21-22 degrees Celsius. Further east, ahead of that area of low pressure, we're going to pull up a lot of warm air from the Gulf of Mexico once again as far north as Toronto and New York. Temperatures in many areas typically 10 to 15 degrees above average for the time of year, but don't forget we are looking at that system working its way towards the Florida Panhandle in the next couple of days. Stay tuned. Hello. Our latest South American satellite picture shows you where we've had some of the most active weather recently. A frontal system swinging across Chile and Argentina. Some pretty hefty showers across Uruguay and southeastern Brazil. More rain to come here on Monday. The system across Argentina weakening away. Quite a lot of warm air behind that actually. 27 for Buenos Aires. Still rather colder to the south though across Chile with some quite extensive snow. Further north, clearer skies than we typically expect at this time of year across Guyana, French Guiana, Suriname. Sunshine extending into northern Brazil, but the showers looking pretty plentiful across the Amazon basin, and some of these downpours here are going to be very intense. Here's the snow though showing up across Chile, and not specifically for the Andes, perhaps for lower levels as well, not the tops of the Andes I should say, but also at lower levels as well. Here's our outlook for the next few days. More rain on the way for Bogota, quite cloudy at times in Lima, Buenos Aires eventually seeing the temperatures tapering off. Central America looking very wet for El Salvador and parts of Nicaragua, with again some risk of flash flooding here on Monday. Further north, we have Tropical Cyclone Michael, which will start to pull away from the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico now, but not before I think it's brought some very wet and windy weather into western Cuba, eventually heading north towards the Florida Panhandle. More showers in the outlook for Kingston and Havana in the next few days. Hello. Following on from the passage of Typhoon Kongre, the weather's looking a good deal quieter for Japan through the early part of this week. Some clear skies showing up on our satellite picture across southern China too. Further north, a weather front, and this is a cold weather front, so as the name would suggest, it will bring colder weather into a good part of central China in the next 48 hours or so. Still plenty of warmth for Japan with some sunny spells on Tuesday, however. Some sunshine across South Korea too, but cloud thickening to the north and some rain arriving. The colder air already into Beijing, a high here of just 16 degrees. Further south though, and we keep the heat, a risk of some thunderstorms again across southern Thailand, from Malaysia and northern Indonesia. Our outlook for the next few days, once again, some more unsettled weather pushing towards Japan for Osaka Wednesday and Thursday. Beijing will see temperatures gradually recovering. For Australia, more showers in the forecast for the south and east, particularly I think New South Wales and Queensland, seeing some welcome rainfall following on from the persistent drought conditions here. New Zealand holds the fronts at bay with high pressure on Tuesday, with just some rain getting into the South Island, but that picture looks like it will become much more mobile from Wednesday onwards. So some spells of rather windy weather to come, and also I think some longer outbreaks of rain. And you can see that reflected in the outlook for Wellington. A few showers to come for Perth and some cooler weather as the week goes on. Hello, plenty to talk about on our latest Indian satellite picture, but fortunately at the moment most of the action is offshore. Here we have a tropical cyclone developing in the Arabian Sea. This is Leuven, and it looks like it will head towards the coast of Yemen in the next couple of days. Meanwhile, a circulation in the Bay of Bengal shows the potential to become a tropical cyclone in the next 24 to 48 hours. Either way, the outer bands of this system will work some heavy showers into Myanmar and southernmost Bangladesh. And those circulations are affecting the monsoon's upper air pattern, so stopping it withdrawing from southern India, so there'll still be some pretty persistent wet weather around here. Further north, it is of course a drier story, but it's become a good deal colder than it has been in recent days for Kazakhstan, Afghanistan, Uzbekistan. Temperatures well down on the figures we've been used to. Still plenty of warmth across Pakistan and northern India. Some isolated showers across the western Ghats, but there's that more persistent rain to the south of the country, particularly across Goa. Showers for the Maldives and also for Sri Lanka, and a good look at that circulation now to the north of the Bay of Bengal. Here's our outlook for the coming days. Mumbai should continue with plenty of dry weather and sunshine. Dhaka, though, picking up some showery outbreaks of rain. More rain in the forecast too for Colombo. For Tashkent, temperatures coming down even further by the time we get into Saturday and Sunday. Hello there. A look at our African satellite picture gives you a good idea of the weather setup at the moment. Largely clear skies to the south of the continent, plenty of sunshine here, good deal of heat around in some spots for the next few days as well. Showers rather more widespread across the Central African Republic and through the Gulf of Guinea through to the west coast. To the north, I think we will see largely clear skies in the next couple of days. Strong southerly winds off the Sahara pushing the temperatures up a few degrees above average for the likes of Tripoli. The warm air pushing into the Mediterranean, triggering some showers offshore in the Mediterranean here. Cape Town will see temperatures in the low to mid-20s in the coming days. Dakar sitting in the low 30s. Johannesburg at around 31 or 32 tops. For Khartoum, more sunshine. For Casablanca, the clouds breaking, I think, and dissolving as we get to Friday and Saturday. Kinshasa, always seeing perhaps just sunny spells rather than wall-to-wall blue sky. We save that for the Middle East, where there's plenty of fine weather to come in our forecast for the next few days until we get down to the Gulf of Aden and particularly the Arabian Sea, I should say, where here at the moment we're keeping a close eye on tropical cyclone Leuven. That looks like it will arc its way as a very strong tropical cyclone towards the coast of Oman in the next 48 hours or so, the centre of it set to make landfall into Yemen around midweek. Stay tuned for the details.